Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you about a series that I am loving right now. I am pretty much recommending this to anyone and everyone that I can because I'm so over the moon about it, and that is the Andronin War series by KB Wagers. The first one is Behind the Throne, the second one is After the Crown, and the third one is called Beyond the Empire and comes out in November, and I cannot wait to read it. I am loving these, and I actually listened to them on audiobook, and the audiobook for these is fantastic. I recommend it if you are an audiobook listener for sure. But I wanted to tell you 5 reasons why I think that you might be interested in the Andronin War series. So let's get started. So first, let me tell you a little bit about what this is about so you have some background. This is a story about Hale. She is a princess turned gun runner who is dragged back to her home planet to assume her role as heir to the throne after her siblings have been killed. And it is an incredible story about her and her as a person, the things that she goes through, all of this political intrigue, and just taking back her empire, basically. And I have really enjoyed these. Now, the first reason that I think that you might like these is if you are interested in revenge plots. So, I am a huge fan of The Count of Monte Cristo, and I consider it to be the original revenge plot. And while this doesn't have the kind of subtle, calculating revenge aspect of Edmond Dantes, it does have this incredible, just like driving force that is behind Hale, because she has this internal quest for revenge on her father's killer. And I think it adds a really complex, interesting aspect to not only her character, but the story itself. So if you are a fan of revenge plots, I think that you would really get on with this. Now, number 2 is if you are looking for a strong female lead or character, because I have to tell you that everything about Hale is that amazing female heroine I've been looking for in a book. She is a badass. She is very smart. She has a really good kind of grasp on military tactics, and she is not afraid to tell people no and to be herself and to take command. But I also like that Wagers does not shy away from her weaknesses and her emotions, because I think it helps to make her a rounded character and to really make you sympathize with her and understand where she's coming from and why she does things that she does. It gives her great motivation, and I just think that she is such a good example of what female protagonists could be in so many books where they fall flat. This is definitely not one of those. This is one where you will get a strong, sassy, potty-mouthed heroine. She's awesome. Now, number 3 is that this book definitely has diversity. Our main character, Hale, is Indian, and so is the rest of her family that is the ruling family of Androna. And our two of our very kind of front and center side characters are a gay couple, and it mentions other gay couples as well throughout the book. And I think it does a good job of portraying their relationships and kind of like the everyday side of their relationships, and I love that. So it definitely does not shy away from diversity of race and sexuality, and it definitely proves that sci-fi can have diversity. Number 4 is if you like political intrigue, think Mistborn, but not bogged down with all of the overly explained political facets. This is definitely a fast-paced political intrigue novel, because there are so many different factions that are vying for power, and they all are going about it in different ways that mirror a lot of different political unrest and political actions in our world. And I think it's very interesting how it explores different ways that political groups try to seize power. That's done really well and interesting, and it gives you a lot to think about, but it also keeps you guessing throughout the whole thing. And last, it is definitely a fast-paced novel. It is thrilling and exciting, and they both move along at such a great pacing. You do still get the character development and the world building and the political intrigue, but you also get these amazing action sequences, and they are just the right length. They're not too fast. They're quick enough that you don't get bogged down in action sequences, but they are long enough that you really get the intensity of a battle, and you just everything about the pacing of these books was phenomenal and done really, really well. A lot of sci-fi books and a lot of books with action thriller sequences can spend a little bit too much time or not enough time on the battle sequences, and I felt like this hit the sweet spot on all of that. So I hope I have piqued your interest a little bit about the Andronin War series, because I absolutely recommend it. I do not know how I'm going to wait until November to pick up the third one, because I am so enamored with this series. I finished it a couple of weeks ago, or finished these two a couple of weeks ago, and I am still thinking about them because the characters and the plot were just that good. So yes, I hope that you pick these up. If you do, I would love to hear how you enjoy them, and if you have read them, let's talk in the comments, because yeah, so many thoughts, so many thoughts. I'm very excited for the third one. I'll say that one more time. And I do want to give a shout out to Winks and Book Bath Box, because if it wasn't for her, I would not have heard of this, because that is where I got this first book, was in the Book Bath Box. And then as soon as I finished it, I went and ordered this one on Amazon, because so good, so good. All right, well, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.